Hello and welcome, viewers. This is Winshear. Glad you could join me. Well, here we are again. It's that time of year again, isn't it? The time when your inbox is spammed with hype videos and speculation videos and what's this or that and how do we fix Battlefield, and this is exclusive leaked information that you can tune into my channel. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I really just loathe this time of year in gaming when we're in this huge lull, this drought of particularly decent first-person shooters out there, and we're all awaiting the next big drop for the next game, the next Call of Duty, the next Battlefield, and everybody's sick of the existing games out there, so they're just scratching every corner of their hard drive for any kind of footage that they can put out there, and then any kind of random BS they can throw out there to get your attention. So this is a kind of time where I just kind of lay low in the realm of YouTube, and I just don't partake in all that. But I've kind of stayed away from all this latest speculation of what's the next Battlefield going to be and make my predictions. I did that with Battlefield 1. I was wrong. I was anticipating at the conclusion of Battlefield 4 we would see a futuristic shooter. I was wrong, and they went to what we have now, Battlefield 1. But you're probably asking, Winshear, what is this? Why are you putting up this game, this garbage game, Insurgency Sandstorm, instead of Battlefield footage? Well, for one, I hope you enjoyed the kind of take on the trailers. That first one is I just want to make it clear, at first remix of the Battlefield 5 trailer. I did not make that remix. That was made by a producer called AFGuidesHD. I'll put a link of that video in the description. I really enjoyed his take and perspective on recreating the trailer because I think it's pretty much undisputed that the Battlefield 5 revealed trailer was a catastrophe. It was an absolute abomination of a trailer. But I enjoyed his perspective there, and I think he had a little bit better material on how he presented it. I'll get to that in a moment. But first of all, I just want to explain where I've been in gaming. Maybe you guys have heard of it. It's called a game called God of War. I think it dropped like 5 million sales in a month just for a gaming platform called PlayStation. Yeah, well, that's kind of had my attention. It's a spectacular game, easily 10 out of 10, one of the best games I've ever played, and that's definitely drawn my attention away from Battlefield in general, so that kind of is why I haven't really produced anything. On top of that, I've just gotten away from putting out Battlefield 1 content. I'm just not seeing really much appetite for it out there. I'm personally just kind of, I don't know, really, I haven't played the game in months, to be honest with you, and that's strange for me as a Battlefield player. It's not that I'm just done with the game, I just really have no appetite for it as myself either. So we're all just kind of treading water here, waiting for the next game to deliver us from this first-person shooter lull that we're in, and that's why I'm putting up this gameplay. That's why I introduced the second intro there with the Battlefield music. That was give Battlefield 1 credit. That was a hell of a trailer they made, and I enjoyed that music. They had music makes everything in a trailer, and that's where they screwed up on this trailer this year with Battlefield 5. There was no music there. There's no excitement. Music does a lot in video entertainment, and they really dropped the ball on that, and that's where they got it right with Battlefield 1. So I thought it was kind of interesting, maybe introduce that trailer with this Insurgency gameplay. So Insurgency, maybe it's a game you haven't heard of, but this is something that's on my radar this year because I'm really excited about this game. Coming to console particularly. It's supposedly going to be released this year. They've nixed the single-player campaign, which is great in my opinion. Don't waste your resources and time on it. I never finish single-player campaigns in first-person shooters. I can't remember the last time I did it. It's maybe since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Or no, Call of Duty Modern Warfare was the last time I finished a single-player campaign. That says it all right there. And so Battlefield 2, I think they're really wasting their time with that too. It just panders to the casuals out there. I'm sorry. If you play single-player campaign on a game like Battlefield, I question your motives. Why are you even here? We're here for multiplayer, and that's why I'm excited about Insurgency Sandstorm, because this could have a blend between tactical shooter mindset and it's gonna have a blend between that and approachability as well, catering to not just tactical shooting. So that's why you're seeing the gameplay here in the background. Here, some alpha gameplay. But let's talk about Battlefield 5. I am excited for it. Don't get me wrong. I really want it to be a success. I think it's going to be a success. Once we see some actual shooting, what happened with that trailer? How does that trailer not have any actual shooting in it? Like aiming down sight shooting, not shooting from across the hip and taking out the airplane whizzing by across the map. We can go on all day about that trailer, but it did not showcase what Battlefield 1 is. So let's give them a pass. Everybody screws stuff up. I mean, how you screw up the announcement trailer, I don't know, because that's the one thing I think that just about anybody could get done right if you just know what you're doing. But they apparently had some other person do the trailer this year, and anyway, it was an epic fail. And all this controversy out there about, well, first of all, Battlefield 5 is going to be a World War II themed shooter. I don't know about you, but I'm not too excited about that. Just like I wasn't excited about Battlefield 1 being World War I. I think it's too. I think the two shooters are too similar. The genres, they look look the same. Like you put a screenshot of Battlefield World War II, Battlefield 5 next to World War I, Battlefield 1, you really can't differentiate the two. A bunch of eccentrically dressed soldiers and, camos or garbs or whatever, and the weapons look real similar. It's just too much of the same, and I think it's the wrong direction, but some people are excited about it. We haven't seen a World War II shooter on the Battlefield Frostbite engine in a long time. So I'm sure they're going to get it done right. It's going to look beautiful. I mean, the trailer did showcase a lot of good animations. I mean, the ragdoll effects, I think, were very impressive. The bullet penetration was very impressive as well. It looked a little cartoonish in the trailer to me, but, maybe that's just perspective. I'm sure. I mean, look how good Battlefield 1 looks. I'm confident Battlefield 5 is going to look just as good, if not better. So that part, I'm looking forward to, again, the immersion level of that. But speaking of immersion, everybody's talking about the female perspective and these soldiers, with the prosthetic limbs and how it's not historically accurate. And I get that. I can get how it can take you out of the moment. I think Level Cap can do a much better job of explaining all that than I can, and I watched his video detailing the controversies as well. I pretty much agree with his synopsis of all that as well. In terms of my personal experience, does it take me out of the moment if I see a female soldier running across a battlefield with a prosthetic limb and some war paint on the face? Not really. I'm here for the gameplay. I'm here for the shooting. I could care less, what the player I'm shooting at kind of looks like. But I do respect people's opinions in saying that does take you out of the immersion experience as well, and in terms of not being true to the World War II theme, things like eliminating the swastikas from visual emblems and such. So on and so forth. That makes sense to me as well, as Level Cap was saying, from business perspective. That's just an image you don't want to have in your game in today's day and age. Even though it was a long time ago, it still seems like a lot of that stuff is still, unfortunately, popping up in today's polarized society, if you will. So it's easy to get pulled down in the mud on that kind of stuff, but really what it's all about is the game coming out. And like I say, I'm not excited. I'm not pumped about Battlefield 5 right now. I got to see some actual shooting gameplay. I actually got to play the game. Again, I'm not going to be out there speculating about stuff. What I have seen in just pre-alpha gameplay is a lot of shooting gameplay and video footage released for Insurgency. And this does excite me. I mean, from what I understand, it's going to be, again, like a hybrid model between hit scan and bullet physics, just like you have in Battlefield, the longer range gunfights. This looks like a tactical nitty-gritty shooter. I mean, it may not have the destruction or the frostbite capability engine in terms of in-game footage, but it's all about is this game going to be fun? I mean, you're going to be able to call in A-10 attack strikes. You're going to be calling helicopter gunship support. Here's a G3A3 weapon right here. That's an iconic weapon from Battlefield 3 that I've just really been wanting to get my hands on again. You'll be able to call them artillery strikes, and just how this game looks. It looks kind of like Medal of Honor Warfighter, but better, in my opinion. I like these map layouts. I like these sights, and the magnification effect is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Whenever you look through like an AFGuidesHD scope on some of these weapons, how it only magnifies through that scope. I think that's a really cool mechanic, and the blood splatter is really prevalent in this game. That's something for some reason Battlefield's always stayed away from. I'm like, bring the gore back in. I mean, I don't know why. Again, immersion, I think it just looks better, in my opinion, when you're playing a shooter. It's just satisfying, I guess. I think we can all agree when you're playing a shooter like this and you see some of that blood splatter. There's a drone going by right there with maybe some kind of explosive on it. Looks like there's a lot of things about this game that like I say, I think are going to be pretty exciting to see. That's why I'm more excited about Insurgency right now at this point than I am Battlefield 5. So again, that's just kind of my nitty-gritty rundown take on it all, guys. I apologize it's being kind of off the grid. This is, like I said, I'm just treading water right now. There's not much out there in terms of putting out any content until we actually get our hands on the game. And unfortunately for us, I think in the interim, we're just going to see a whole bunch of speculation videos, little snippets, stuff in that. And until we actually get our hands on a game, not much to talk about. But I just want to kind of throw this out there, say this is my game that I'm pretty interested in playing right now, even though it looks like it's an older engine. So I think it's an Unreal 4 engine. The graphics aren't nearly going to be what you get in Battlefield, but it's not about the graphics on everything. It's about, if the game is fun, is this going to play well? I'm excited for it, and that's why I'm looking forward to Insurging. But like I say, with Battlefield 5 trailer, I think there was it looks good. I think it's going to be great. I'm really pleased about a lot of the improvements they're making in terms of limiting premium, and I mean, good changes are coming with Battlefield 5. So just keep your head up, get over the trailer. I'm over it already. I'm looking forward to some new content coming with Battlefield 5. And once I see something, I get my hands on some beta footage with Battlefield 5, I'll certainly put out an impressions video on that. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate your support over the years, and I will see you on the battlefield.